The door swung open without a knock, and there I was, half-dressed in our cramped dorm room at UCLA, my shirt halfway over my head, exposing more than I'd ever intended. Emily froze in the doorway, her eyes widening as they locked onto my bare skin, the air thickening with an unspoken charge that neither of us could ignore. In that split second, something ignited inside me. A rush of heat that wasn't just embarrassment, but a forbidden curiosity I'd buried deep, now clawing its way to the surface, threatening to upend everything we thought we knew about each other. I yanked the shirt down quickly, my heart pounding like a drum in my chest. Emily! What the hell? Ever heard of knocking? My voice came out sharper than I meant, laced with the panic of being caught not just physically vulnerable, but emotionally exposed. She stood there, backpack slung over one shoulder, her cheeks flushing a deep pink that mirrored the turmoil I felt brewing inside. Sorry, Amelia, I thought you were in class. I didn't mean to. Her words trailed off, her gaze darting away. But not before I caught the flicker of something in her eyes. Confusion, maybe intrigue? No, that couldn't be right. Emily was straight, always had been. She dated guys throughout high school, talked endlessly about her crushes on campus jocks. We were just roommates, best friends since freshman orientation, sharing late-night study sessions and secrets about everything except this. Except the way my stomach twisted now, replaying that moment over and over in my mind. As she dropped her bag and busied herself at her desk, I retreated to my bed, pulling my knees up to my chest. Why did that feel so intense? I'd changed in front of friends before, no big deal. But with Emily, it was different. Maybe because I'd been noticing her more lately. The way her laugh lit up the room, how she'd absent-mindedly tuck a strand of hair behind her ear during our movie nights. God, was I reading too much into this? Or had that accidental intrusion cracked open a door I wasn't ready to walk through? The rest of the afternoon dragged on in awkward silence. Emily tried to act normal, chattering about her psych lecture, but her voice sounded forced, higher-pitched than usual. I nodded along, forcing smiles, all while my thoughts raced. What if she sensed it? What if she knew that brief glimpse had stirred something in me that went beyond friendship? Coming from a conservative family in Texas, where my parents still attended church every Sunday and expected me to bring home a nice boy someday, admitting any attraction to women felt like betrayal. I'd pushed those feelings down for years, convinced they were just phases, experiments in my head. But now, with Emily right across the room, they felt real, insistent, demanding acknowledgement. That night, as we lay in our twin beds, the darkness amplified my inner turmoil. Emily's breathing steadied into sleep, but I stared at the ceiling, replaying the scene. Her eyes on me. Had there been a spark? Or was it just shock? I turned over, burying my face in the pillow. This can't happen. She's straight. We're friends. Ruining that for some fleeting crush would be selfish, stupid. But the what-ifs gnawed at me. What if I told her? What if she felt it too? The risk loomed large, a shadow over our easy camaraderie. By morning, I'd resolved to bury it deeper, pretend it never happened. Little did I know, that decision would only fan the flames. Classes blurred into a haze the next day. In my literature seminar, I doodled in my notebook, sketching abstract shapes that somehow morphed into the curve of Emily's smile. Focus, Amelia. You're here to study, not pine over your roommate. But every text from her, simple things like grab lunch, sent a jolt through me. I met her at the campus cafe, sliding into the booth across from her, determined to keep things light. You okay? You seem off, she said, sipping her iced coffee, her blue eyes searching mine with that intuitive gaze she'd always had. Yeah, just tired. Late night cramming. Lie. The truth was, I was exhausted from wrestling with myself. Should I test the waters? Drop a hint? No, that could scare her off. Our friendship was solid. Movie marathons, shared playlists, venting about family pressures. Hers came from a liberal Seattle background, but even they had expectations. Good grades, stable future, probably a traditional path. Mine? My parents called weekly, probing about boys, reminding me of the right way to live. Coming out wasn't an option. It would shatter them. As we ate, Emily leaned in. Hey, remember that party this weekend? Jake invited us. You in? Jake, her on again, off again fling. The mention twisted something in my gut. Jealousy? Possessiveness? I forced a nod. Sure, sounds fun. But inside, doubt swirled. Was I jealous of Jake because I wanted her attention? Or because I wanted her? The distinction blurred, leaving me adrift. Back in the dorm, I paced while she was out. This has to stop. Confront it head-on or let it fester. I chose the latter, coward that I was. When she returned, laughing about some campus drama, I joined in, masking my turmoil. But that night, dreams betrayed me. Visions of her hand brushing mine, her lips close. Waking up sweating, I knew suppression wasn't working. The spark from that accidental walk-in had lit a fuse, and it was burning toward an explosion I couldn't predict. Days turned into a tense routine. We'd study together, our knees occasionally bumping under the desk, sending electric shocks through me. I'd pull away, excusing myself for water, air, anything to escape the pull. Emily noticed, her brows furrowing. "Emilia, talk to me. What's going on?" "Nothing," I'd snap, regretting it instantly. The guilt piled on. Guilt for feeling this way, for hiding it, for potentially poisoning our bond. My inner voice screamed, "You're gay, admit it." But the word terrified me. Society's whispers, family's disapproval, the fear of rejection. It all weighed heavy. And Emily? If she knew, would she pull away? Label me? The thought of losing her friendship hurt more than unrequited feelings. One evening, as rain pattered against the window, she confronted me. "You're avoiding me. Did I do something?" Her voice cracked, vulnerability raw. My heart ached. "No, it's me. Just personal stuff." Half-truth. The full one burned on my tongue. "I think I'm falling for you." But I swallowed it, choosing safety over honesty. That choice, I later realized, was the first crack in our foundation, setting us on a path of misunderstandings and pain. The party arrived like a storm. Music thumped. Bodies pressed close in the frat house. Emily danced with Jake, her laughter cutting through the noise. Each peal a dagger to my chest. I nursed a drink in the corner, watching, tormenting myself. Why her? Why now? The alcohol loosened my resolve. I approached, pulling her aside. "Can we talk outside?" My voice trembled. She followed, concern etching her features. Under the porch light, I almost confessed. But Jake called her back, and the moment slipped away. Back inside, I drowned my sorrows, flirting with a random guy to prove something, to myself, to the world. It felt wrong, empty. Emily saw, her expression unreadable. That night, stumbling home, the tension peaked. "What was that about?" she demanded. "Nothing. Just fun." Lie again. The lies were stacking, each one a weight on my soul. In bed, tears silent, I questioned everything. Was this love? Infatuation? Or just confusion amplified by proximity? The cost of silence was mounting, eroding our trust. Tomorrow, I vowed I'd face it. But vows are fragile things. Morning light filtered through the blinds, casting stripes across Emily's sleeping form. I watched her for a moment, chest rising and falling peacefully, envy twisting in me. How could she sleep so soundly while I lay awake, battling demons? The party replayed in my head, her with Jake, me pretending with some stranger. It all felt like a charade, one I was tired of performing. Today I decided no more hiding. But how? A direct confession could shatter us. Maybe subtle hints first, gauge her reaction. Over breakfast, cereal in mismatched bowls, she brought it up. "Last night was weird. You okay with that guy?" I shrugged, heart racing. "It was nothing. Actually, I've been thinking about relationships." Vague, but a start. Her eyebrow arched, inviting more. Like, what if the person you like isn't who you expected? She set her spoon down. "You mean like someone unexpected? Like a friend?" Her tone was casual, but her eyes sharpened. Did she suspect? Yeah, exactly. My pulse thundered. This was it, teetering on the edge. Well, feelings don't always follow rules. But you have to be careful. It could complicate things. Wise words, but they stung. Was that a warning? For me or herself? The conversation shifted to classes, but the seed was planted. Throughout the day, I mulled it over. Careful? I'd been careful my whole life, suppressing parts of myself to fit the mold. My parents' voices echoed. Find a nice man, settle down. But what if that wasn't me? The internal conflict raged. Loyalty to family versus authenticity. Choosing myself felt selfish, but denying it was suffocating. Emily texted mid-afternoon. Coffee after your lecture? I agreed, nerves buzzing. At the cafe, she seemed distracted, fiddling with her napkin. Amelia, about what you said earlier. Are you talking about someone specific? Swallow. Maybe. It's confusing. Honesty crept in. She leaned forward. Tell me. We're friends. I won't judge. Friends. The word anchored me, but also pained. What if it's a girl? The question hung heavy. Her eyes widened slightly, then softened. That's okay. Love is love, right? Relief flooded me, but then she added. As long as it's not messing with our friendship. Was that a boundary? Or encouragement? Ambiguity tortured me. I nodded, changing the subject, but inside hope flickered. Maybe she was open. Maybe this could work. Back home, the atmosphere shifted, charged, aware. We cooked dinner together, elbows brushing, laughter easier. But my mind raced. Push further? Risk it. The potential fallout loomed. Rejection, awkwardness, losing her entirely. Yet the pull was stronger, urging me forward. That night, as we watched a rom-com, her head rested on my shoulder. A casual gesture, but it sent waves through me. This movie's cheesy, she murmured. Yeah, but real life's messy, eh? My voice was soft-loaded. She looked up. Like us. Us. The word electrified. What do you mean? Nothing. Just. Things feel different lately. Vulnerability in her tone matched mine. My heart soared. Was she feeling it too? I almost leaned in, but fear halted me. Instead, I pulled back. Probably just stress. Disappointment flashed in her eyes. Or was it relief? The moment passed, leaving me regretting my caution. In bed, doubts assaulted. You're imagining it. She's straight. Don't ruin this. The next week intensified the drama. Emily started spending more time with Jake, as if testing boundaries. I'd see them holding hands on campus, each citing a punch to the gut. Jealousy consumed me, fueling inner monologues of self-doubt. Why him? What does he have that I don't? Gender, society's approval, ease. One evening, she came home late, lips swollen from kissing. Good night. I asked, voice tight. Great. Jake sweet. Her words cut deep. Good for you. Sarcasm slipped out. She paused. What's with the attitude? Nothing. Happy for you. Lie. The truth. It kills me. Our interactions grew strained, passive-aggressive jabs replacing easy banter. I'd snap about messes, she'd retort about my moodiness. The unspoken tension built, a pressure cooker ready to burst. Finally, confrontation erupted. Amelia spit it out. What's wrong? Tears welled. I can't do this anymore. Watching you with him. It hurts. Why? Her confusion genuine. Because. I like you. More than a friend. There. Set. Silence stretched, agonizing. Her face paled. Amelia. I don't know what to say. Say you feel it too. Desperation. I care about you. But I'm straight. This is confusing. Honesty brutal. Rejection hit like a wave, drowning me. So that's it? Pretend it never happened. I don't know. I need time. She retreated to her bed, turning away. I lay there shattered. The confession meant to free me, instead chained us in awkwardness. Family pressures amplified the pain. How could I face them now, knowing this truth about myself? Society's judgments whispered, abnormal, wrong. But was it? The moral quandary tore at me. Pursue happiness or conform? Days blurred in cold politeness. Emily avoided deep talks, clinging to Jake. I threw myself into studies, but loneliness gnawed. Friends noticed our rift, probing, but I deflected. Inside, betrayal festered. Not hers, but my own, for letting feelings sabotage us. One night, she came home crying. Jake broke up with me. Said I seemed distant. Guilt surged. I'm sorry. Are you? This started after your confession. Accusation. Maybe. But you pulled away first. Defense. Arguments escalated. Words weaponized. You're making this weird, she yelled. You're denying what's there. I countered. Nothing resolved, only wounds deepened. The price of honesty, fractured friendship, self-doubt amplified. Yet, in quiet moments, I wondered if this pain was necessary for growth. Weeks passed, tension simmering. I considered moving out, but logistics, and lingering hope, held me. Emily dated casually, each new guy a reminder of my place. My inner turmoil peaked. Suppress and repair, or embrace and risk all. A call from home worsened it. Any boys, Amelia? Mom asked. Not yet. Evasion. Don't wait too long. Pressure. Hanging up, tears flowed. The clash, personal truth versus familial expectation, crushed me. Was coming out worth the fallout? Moral dilemma swirled. Duty to self or to others? Emily overheard, softening. Family stuff. Yeah. They wouldn't understand. This. Gesture between us. Understand what? That you're. First time said aloud. Hearing it, acceptance stirred. Yeah. And feelings for you. She sighed. I wish I could reciprocate. But I can't change who I am. Fair. But the rejection lingered, a scar. We hugged tentatively, a truce, but trust eroded. The semester dragged. Our dynamic altered forever. I joined an LGBTQ club secretly, finding solace in shared stories. It awakened me. Perhaps this pain was a catalyst for authenticity. But at what cost? Emily distanced further, whispers of betrayal in her eyes. The damage irreversible. The club meeting ended with hugs and affirmations. A stark contrast to the chill in our dorm. Walking back, I replayed the stories shared. Coming out horrors, family rejections, societal battles. They mirrored my fears, yet inspired resilience. Maybe I could face this. But Emily? Our fractured bond haunted me. Was pursuing my truth worth losing her? She was studying when I entered, barely glancing up. How was your study group? Fine. No details. Trust broken. Silence resumed, heavy with unsaid accusations. Inside I battled. Apologize for feelings? Impossible. They were real, valid. But the timing, the confession, perhaps reckless. Moral weight pressed. Honesty's value versus harm caused. That night, dreams tormented. Emily leaving, parents disowning. Waking, resolve hardened. I needed to talk, mend what I could. Over coffee next morning, I broached it. We can't keep ignoring this. She closed her book. What do you want me to say? That it's okay? It's not. You changed everything. I didn't choose to feel this way. Defense rose. But you chose to tell me. Counter. Keeping it in was killing me. Truth. Sympathy flickered. I get that. But now, I feel watched, like every touch is loaded. Guilt stabbed. I'm sorry. I never meant to make you uncomfortable. Tears in her eyes. I miss us, the old US. Me too. Ike shared. We agreed to try, set boundaries, rebuild. But doubts lingered. Could we? The betrayal, perceived on her side, self on mine, scarred deep. Family visit loomed, amplifying pressure. Parents flying in for parents' weekend. Panic set in. Hide my turmoil? Pretend normalcy? The ethical bind tightened. Deceive them, or risk explosion. Emily offered support. I'll help cover if needed. Gratitude mixed with irony. Thanks. But this is my mess. Ours now. Hint of old friendship. The weekend arrived. Parents hugged me tightly, probing life. Any special someone? Emily jumped in. She's focused on studies, Mrs. Rodriguez. Mom beamed. Good girl. But inside, fraudulence gnawed. Watching them interact with Emily, charming, straight passing, envy surged. Why couldn't I be that? Dinner out, conversation flowed, but my mind wandered. What if I told them? Shatter their world? The moral dilemma. Their happiness versus my authenticity. Choosing silence felt like self-betrayal. Back in dorm, parents gone, Emily asked, "You okay?" No. Lying to them. It sucks. Then don't. Come out. Easy for her. You don't get the cultural stuff. Latino family, Catholic roots. It's not just disapproval, It's disownment. She nodded. Fair. But living a lie. The question echoed my inner voice. Trade-off. Short-term peace for long-term resentment? Tensions eased slightly post-visit, but new conflicts arose. Emily started seeing a new guy, Alex, more seriously. Seeing them together reignited jealousy, though muted. I dated too. A girl from Club Sarah. Tentative, exciting, but guilt over Emily persisted. One night she confronted. You're seeing someone? Yeah. Sarah. Her face tightened. A girl. Yes. Defiance. Is this because of me? Accusation. No. Because of me. Clarity. Hurt flashed. Feels like betrayal. How? You rejected me. But our friendship trailed off. The argument escalated, voices raised. You can't have it both ways. I yelled. You're moving on too fast. She shot back. Hypocrisy stung. Like you with Alex? That's different. Because straight. Unsaid, but felt. Societal bias exposed. Her relationship's normal, mine deviant. We stormed off, rift widening. The costs mounted. Isolation, self-doubt. But in solitude, awakening bloomed. This pain forged strength. Sarah helped. Dates filled with understanding, shared struggles. Family will come around, she said. Doubtful. But hope sparked. Emily's reaction puzzled. Jealousy. Or loss of control. Her inner conflicts surfaced. Questioning her own feelings? One evening she admitted. Seeing you with her. It bothers me more than it should. Why? Probe. I don't know. Maybe. I feel something. Confusion. Heart leaped. Like what? Not sure. Scared. Vulnerability. The revelation shifted everything. Was she bi? Questioning? The drama intensified. Now her turmoil mirrored mine. We talked late, dissecting. Society says I'm straight. Family expects it. Echo of my struggles. But what do you want? You may be. Whisper. Elation mixed with caution. Don't say that unless sure. I'm not. But the thought of losing you. Ambiguity tortured. Push. Or wait. Ethical quandary. Encourage exploration, or protect from regret. We agreed space, but proximity made it impossible. Touches lingered, glances loaded. Tension built, high wire act. Then betrayal struck. I overheard her on phone with friend. Amelia's phase is messing with my head. I think she's influencing me. Words like knives. Influence? As if my identity contagious. Confrontation immediate. Phase. Influencing. She paled. I didn't mean. But you said it. Hurt raw. Panic in her eyes. I'm confused. This isn't me. Then who is? Challenge. Argument peaked, tears flowing. I can't do this. It's too much. She packed a bag, staying with Alex. Abandonment crushed me. The price of vulnerability, loss. Alone, reflections deepened. Was I wrong to confess? Or she to deny? Moral ambiguity swirled. Days without her dragged. Club friends supported, but void remained. Family called. I evaded. Then a text. Need to talk. Hope flickered. Meet at cafe. She looked haggard. I miss you. But this. Us. It's complicated. Life is. Truth. I told Alex about my doubts. He ended it. Sympathy. So, don't be. Made me realize. Maybe I do feel something for you. Revelation. But caution. Don't rush. I won't. But let's try. Slowly. Agreement, tentative bridge. Healing began, but scars lingered. Society's pressures, family expectations, battles ahead. The journey taught. Feelings demand reckoning at great cost. Tentative steps marked our new dynamic. Coffee dates as friends, but with undercurrents. Emily's confusion mirrored my earlier turmoil, roles reversed. I guided gently, but inner doubts nagged. Was this genuine or reaction to loss? Ethical tightrope. Support her exploration without pressure. Family shadows loomed. My parents sensed distance in calls. You sound off, Mija. Just busy. Lie compounded. Her family visited soon after. Liberal facade, but subtle expectations. Mentions of future grandkids, heteronormative dreams. Emily confided post-visit. They'd freak if they knew I'm questioning. Join the club. Shared pain bonded. But progress faltered. A kiss impulsive after a late talk. Soft, exploratory, but she pulled back. This feels wrong. Why? Heart sinking. Society, family. Everything screams no. The clash. Desire versus conditioning. Fight it or give in. I don't know. Tears. I held her, but resentment brewed. Why easier for me to accept? Harder for her. Internal monologues raged. Am I pushing too hard? Or she resisting too much? Conflict escalated at a party. Emily flirted with a guy, testing? I confronted later. What was that? Seeing if I'm really this way. By hurting me? Accusation. Not intentional. Defense weak. Betrayal again. Feels like it. Argument spiraled. You don't understand my pressure. Ido. More than you know. Stalemate. She stormed out, back to distance. Alone I question choices. Confessing sparked this chaos. Worth it? Awakening versus destruction. Sarah reached out. I declined. Loyalty to Emily, foolish perhaps. Reconciliation came via note. Sorry. Let's talk. Meet in park. I'm scared, but I want to try. Hope renewed. We set rules, no labels, slow pace. But society intruded. Whispers on campus, rumors of our closeness. Friends probed, some supportive, others judgmental. One friend, Mia, warned. Be careful. This could end badly. Knew that. But ignoring feelings worse. Family bomb dropped. Parents planning surprise visit. Panic. Tell them. Emily suggested. Can't. Not yet. Deception planned. Act platonic. Visit tense. Parents notice chemistry. You two seem close. Best friends. Emily smiled. Dad's gaze sharpened. Nothing more. Heart stopped. No, Dad. Lie tasted bitter. Post-visit, guilt overwhelmed. I can't keep this up. Then come out. Emily urged. Hypocrisy? You haven't. Touché. Acknowledgement. Moral impasse. Lead by example, or wait together. Decision crystallized after argument with mom over phone. Bring a boy home soon. I might not. Hint. Silence. What do you mean? Deep breath. I like girls. Explosion. No. That's not you. Phase from college. Denial hurt. It's me, Mom. Tears, yelling, hang up. Fallout immediate. Texts from relatives, please condemnations. Society's weight crushed. Emily supported. Proud of you. But her hesitation lingered. I'm not ready for that. Frustration. Then what are we? Something. Undefined. Undefined felt unsafe. Push for clarity. Confrontation brewed. I need more. Commitment or nothing. Ultimatum. Don't force me. Not forcing. Protecting myself. She left, conflicted. Days of silence. Inner torment. Right to demand? Or selfish? Then betrayal peak, saw her with ex-Jake. Kissing. Heart shattered. Confront later. Why? I panicked. Needed normalcy. Normalcy? Screw that. Argument vicious. You're pressuring me into this lifestyle. Lifestyle? It's who I am. Hurt exchanged, bridges burned. She moved out temporarily, to friends. Isolation deepened. Family silent, friends divided. Awakening through pain. Self-worth over approval. But cost high, lost friendship, potential love, family rift. Reconciliation attempt. Message. Talk. Cafe meet. I was wrong. Scared of change. Fear doesn't excuse betrayal. I know. Forgive. Dilemma. Forgive, risk repeat? Or cut ties? Chose forgiveness, cautiously. Slowly. Healing tentative, but growth evident. Society's prejudices challenged us. Stares, comments. But united, stronger. Family thawed slightly. Mom called awkward. Still love you. Progress. Emily came out to hers, supportive, surprisingly. Our bond evolved, romantic hints solidifying. But past damages lingered, trust fragile. The journey's price, scars but authenticity. With trust rebuilding, we navigated the new normal. Dates disguised as hangouts, stolen moments amid chaos. Emily's family acceptance eased her, but mine remained strained. Dad's silence spoke volumes, Mom's calls tentative. Praying for you, she'd say, mixing love with judgment. The moral tug-of-war persisted. Honor their beliefs, or demand respect for mine. Campus life amplified conflicts. A debate in psych class on LGBTQ rights turned heated. I spoke up, voice steady. Emily watched, pride in eyes. But afterward, a classmate cornered me. You're confusing her, you know. Defensiveness flared. No one's confused but bigots. Word spread, tensions rose. Emily faced whispers too. Is it true? Her response, mind your business. Solidarity strengthened us. But inner doubts. Was this worth the scrutiny? A crisis hit. My scholarship threatened over distractions. Advisor hinted at rumors. Injustice burned. Fight or fold. Fought. Rally with club petitions. Emily joined. Public stand. Victory small, scholarship secured, but empowerment surged. Yet betrayal lurked. Emily's old friend, jealous perhaps, spread lies. She's experimenting, we'll go back to guys. Emily confronted her. Not your call. Friendship lost, another cost. Our relationship deepened, confessions flowing. I love you, she said one night. Reciprocated. But caution. Sure? Yes. You showed me truth. Joy mixed with reflection. Path here paved with pain. Family reconciliation attempted. Visit home for holidays. Tense. Dad, this. Choice. Hard to accept. Not choice, Dad. Me. Arguments, tears. Mom mediated. Give time. Time. The healer, or divider. Back at school, we thrived advocacy support groups. But society's undercurrents persisted, discrimination subtle, wearing. A major fallout. Emily's doubt resurfaced after family pressure. What if they're right? What if this is wrong? Heartbreak. Wrong? Our love? Morally maybe. Debate intense. Morality imposed, not inherent. She wavered, then affirmed. You're right. Crisis averted, but fragility exposed. Graduation neared, decisions loomed. Jobs futures, together or apart. I chose San Francisco, queer-friendly. She hesitated. Family in Seattle. Ultimatum unspoken. Come or end. She chose together. Sacrifice. Distance from kin. Move bittersweet. New city freedoms but homesickness. Conflicts arose. My activism clashed with her caution. Don't rock the boat. Boat needs rocking. Pushback. Arguments, makeups. Growth through friction. Years blurred. Careers built, community found. Family thawed. Parents visited, awkward but trying. Emily's too full acceptance. But scars reminded. Initial spark cost friendships innocence. Looking back, the walk-in moment. A catalyst for chaos, then clarity. Now settled, I ponder. Was it all worth it? With trust rebuilding, we navigated the new normal. Dates disguised as hangouts, stolen moments amid chaos. Emily's family acceptance eased her, but mine remained strained. Dad's silence spoke volumes, Mom's calls tentative. Praying for you, she'd say, mixing love with judgment. The moral tug-of-war persisted. Honor their beliefs, or demand respect for mine. Each conversation chipped at my resolve, forcing me to weigh the emotional toll of persistence against the peace of distance. Campus life amplified conflicts. A debate in psych class on LGBTQ rights turned heated. I spoke up, voice steady, sharing personal anecdotes that bared my soul. Emily watched from the back, her eyes filled with a mix of pride and worry. But afterward, a classmate cornered me in the hall. You're confusing her, you know. People like you push agendas. Defensiveness flared hot in my chest. No one's confused but bigots like you. The words escaped before I could temper them. And the confrontation drew stares. Word spread like wildfire, tensions rising in our social circle. Emily faced the whispers too, friends pulling her aside. Is it true? Are you with her? Her response came sharp and protective. Mind your own damn business. The solidarity strengthened us in that moment, but later in the quiet of our room, she admitted the strain. It hurts hearing them judge. My own doubts surfaced. Was this relationship worth the constant scrutiny? The erosion of our privacy? Then came the crisis that tested everything. My scholarship was threatened over what the advisor vaguely called distractions. He hinted at the rumors circulating about my lifestyle choices, affecting my focus. The injustice burned through me like acid. Fight or fold. Folding meant conceding to bias, letting them win. So I fought. I rallied with the LGBTQ club, gathering petitions, organizing a small protest outside the admin building. Emily joined, holding a sign beside me. Her presence a public stand that surprised even her. The victory was small, the scholarship secured after a review. But the empowerment surged through us like a wave. We celebrated that night with takeout and talks of future battles. Yet, betrayal lurked in the shadows. One of Emily's old friends, perhaps jealous of our closeness or clinging to old norms, started spreading lies. She's just experimenting. She'll go back to guys soon enough. The words reached us through the grapevine, stinging deep. Emily confronted her the next day. Voice steady but eyes blazing. That's not your call to make. Our friendship? Over if you can't respect me. Another loss, another cost tallied in this ongoing war for authenticity. The friendships we shed along the way piled up. Each one a reminder of the price we paid. As our relationship deepened, confessions flowed more freely. I love you, she said one quiet night, her hand in mine as we walked through campus. The words hung in the air, warm and real. I reciprocated without hesitation, but caution lingered in my mind. Are you sure? No doubts. She nodded, firm. You showed me my truth, Emilia. I wouldn't change it. Joy mixed with deep reflection. The path to here had been paved with so much pain, misunderstandings, arguments, the raw ache of rejection. But it led to this, a bond forged in fire. Graduation neared, bringing with it the weight of decisions. Jobs, futures. Would we build them together or apart? I landed an offer in San Francisco, a city known for its queer-friendly embrace, a place where I could breathe freely. Emily hesitated, her ties to family in Seattle pulling strong. The ultimatum remained unspoken. Come with me or let this end. In the end, she chose together, a sacrifice that meant distance from her kin, weekend drives to visit instead of daily calls. The move was bittersweet. New city buzz, freedoms we'd craved, but homesickness crept in during quiet moments. Conflicts arose in our shared apartment. My growing activism clashed with her preference for caution. Don't rock the boat so hard, she'd say after I attended another rally. We have lives here. But I couldn't stop. The boat needs rocking, Emily. For us, for others. The pushback led to arguments, heated words exchanged over dinner, but always followed by makeups, apologies whispered in the dark. Growth came through that friction, teaching us compromise, understanding. Years blurred into a rhythm. Careers built steadily, a community of like-minded friends found. Family relations thawed slowly. My parents visited once, the air thick with awkwardness but laced with effort. We still love you, Mom said, hugging me tight. Dad nodded, words few but present. Emily's family embraced us fully, dinners filled with laughter, acceptance. But the scars from our beginning reminded us constantly. That initial spark from the dorm room walk-in had cost us friendships, innocence, pieces of ourselves. Looking back now, settled in our life, I ponder the twists and turns. Was it all worth the heartache, the battles fought within and without? The story ends with a question. Was Emilia justified in pursuing her feelings despite the risks, or should she have prioritized preserving the friendship above all else?